Okay, another diaphragm change here that we commonly do is replacing the diaphragm in the mid-range on something like this K601. Same process for a K701. These will be your K53, K57, and K52 drivers and a few others. We replaced that with our CD53 PK diaphragm that we sell here on our website. To show you the process, quite simple. There are 4 screws that hold the horn to the diaphragm and magnet assembly. I've already loosened these, but you can use a standard Phillips screwdriver to loosen them. Kind of hard to find one that's the right length, but it works just fine. So I'll take these screws out and set them aside. And they come out fairly easily, and then the horn is going to just lift off, and sometimes the diaphragm will come up with it like that one did. I do want to keep this oriented correctly with the magnet assembly, so I know that my red side is here, and so I want to make sure that I keep the red side on the same side with my magnet assembly. And we're going to replace this entire assembly, set that off to the side, with our new one here. And the red marked with a slash here on the positive terminal. So the negative terminal doesn't have a mark, the red one does. So I know that my positive was on this side. I'm going to put my red slash back on that same side, and we'll set this down. You'll notice there are 2 locators here to make sure the diaphragm is in the correct place. And we'll kind of push down hard on those to make sure that they seat in place like that. And sometimes it won't push down all the way, but it will go the rest of the way when we tighten the screws down. We'll take the horn and set it back in place and put our 4 screws in and tighten them down. And this one's ready to go. There's one alternate case that comes up. If you have an early K52, you'll have a driver that looks like this, and it unscrews from a metal horn. And this particular one has for lack of a better term, a snout that's added. And you'll see there, this top part of the diaphragm assembly that we showed over here, I like to call it a witch's hat. I don't know of a better term to use, but this top part is actually made out of metal in this horn, but it's an insert that goes into this adapter, and we need to take that off. And sometimes this is stuck, and we'll use just a flathead screwdriver to take it loose. But basically this is taking the place of this top part. And we don't need it with our diaphragm because we molded that into it. So we'll set that aside, and then the process is the same. We'll take the old diaphragm off, set the new diaphragm on, put the snout back on, and it's ready to screw back on. So pretty simple process. This is a one alternate case where we have this extra piece added on here for the early designs.